What is going on, everybody? It is that time again. Time for some more Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. And on the last part, we took out our most powerful foe yet, Degenzia, the Black Dragon King of Goldoa. It's getting really, really intense, guys. I kind of want to just jump right in. I'm thinking that maybe next we'll be fighting Sephiran. He's really the only important person I can think of left. And like I said, I just want to get right to it. We're going to start with a cutscene.
Is this not enough?
That sounds like Sephiran too.
Sister regrets all she has done. If you look closely at any of Yune's actions and their unintended consequences, you will see they were all born.
And he sounds like he's defending Yune, perhaps for the flood.
Fear that you would expunge
I guess that would make the
from
most
yourself.
sense.
If you would but allow her back within you, this would surely never happen again.
Now, I know that he's a branded, but how old is he then?
Is chaos.
That's definitely Ashunera.
Perfection in my being.
And
It is because
they
of her
divided,
that I have done this
I
thing
guess,
that
because Ashura is the goddess of order, Yune is the chaos goddess, and perhaps they were one being at one point, equal parts order and
you
chaos.
would not stop fighting. There was nothing I could do. Every day my beloved children were killed. Killed by others of my
Man,
lineage.
it's hard to tell when this is taking place. Is this now or is this way back in the
With
past,
every
back in the
death,
day?
My rage and sorrow grew until I could control myself no longer. My emotions burst forth, and I raised the land.
No, right here she's definitely talking
Furious
about the
storms,
previous
savage
flood,
cannons, roiling waters
which must have
rose
been
in tremendous
when she and
floods.
Yune were one being.
Lives were lost beyond count.
Or, well, they still kind of are one being, though, right, man? Gods are confusing.
I will purge chaos from within myself. Never again will I allow myself to commit such atrocities.
So she intentionally split into
I will
two.
become a goddess. To
That's what I'm taking from this, I assume.
protect my people. I will become perfect.
Oh god, now she's obsessed with becoming the perfect being. That's never
to
good.
nullify half of your being.
Oh no.
You were terribly, monstrously wrong to suggest it. You shouldn't have to bear the weight of our foolish ideas.
Wait.
I was just lonely.
Wait, and that's Yune.
My other half spent all her time worrying about the Lagoos and Bjork. She said she was going to erase me.
Really interesting. So,
I was
the idea to split into two beings
I never meant to hurt so many.
wasn't even her idea. It was a suggestion.
I understand, Yune.
But she followed it because she wanted to
I love all of
have
you
more
too.
control over her emotions. But still, she's not really exactly proving that she does now when she's strictly
I
order.
don't want to go away.
Just wiping us out all
It would
like
be
this at once.
lonely, and I don't like being lonely. I want to stay here with all of you.
Ah, poor Yune.
Goddess,
He just sounds like
I
a
have
kid
suggestion.
who wants friends or something.
If we here of our own will were to make a pledge to coexist, there would be no need to erase Yune.
Now, who is this?
In which case, we give you our solemn oath. Never again will either the Lagoos or Bjork seek the extermination of the other. Soren, Degenzia, this is agreeable, is it not?
Is this
I do not
Altina?
accept your pledge.
Oh, well.
Why?
We did our best.
I cannot believe you.
To be fair, she was right not to.
You are living creatures created in our image. You cannot seal away your instincts with reason.
But Degenzia did, wow. That really raises my respect for that guy. Actually.
Feel profound sorrow, anger, fear. A conflict will surely arise to overwhelm your reason and discipline. You will be unable to master your emotions, and I may once again make the mistakes that have led us here.
But they're gonna convince her though, I think.
This is to expunge chaos.
And this must be what brought about Yune being sealed away.
Yune must not exist. My decision has not changed.
In that case, Goddess, would you consider an alternative
Oh, here we go.
to such drastic measures? We shall use the power of Sade magic to seal Yune in this medallion. Someday, and it may be in the far distant future, someday we may be able to earn your trust, Goddess. In the hope of that day arriving, refrain from annihilating Yune, please.
In my eyes, imprisoning Yune and destroying her are the same thing.
How old is Sephiran then? Because that looks like his hand. Because
Disaster that
is he wearing the same clothes?
averted, I have no objection.
Yeah, I've just carried this one around with me for a lifetime.
I do
It's my
not
favorite
know
robe, you see. It'd be a shame to let it go to
will
waste.
Submit to such confinement.
Goddess Yune, please hear me. I will never give up. Someday, I will see you restored to yourself. Please,
But from this, it seems to imply that Sephiran's maybe not a bad guy then.
do not look so sad.
And if he's not a bad guy, then I don't know who we're fighting
I
next.
will always be with you. I will sing to you. You will not be lonely. I
Oh,
promise.
is this... Okay, so this is maybe the origin of the Galder. Well, not the Galder as an idea, but the Galder that sort of calms the medallion, I guess. Really interesting. Really, lots of backstory here. Lots of world building. That's pretty interesting, but I just don't know. I just don't know. Are we going to be... Is he even evil? He doesn't seem like he is. That had to be Sephiran there in that flashback cutscene way long ago, right after the flood. I assume that that's right after the flood. So... the leaders of the world got together and essentially said, we're not going to be fighting anymore. Obviously, that didn't go as planned. But it seemed like Ashunera was really hesitant to even agree to this, which I guess that explains as to why Degensio was so set in stone. Because he knew how much was on the line. He knew just how hard it was to get to this point, to even get this opportunity to try again. And he knew that not only was the world on the line, but Yune as well. But it seemed like maybe Sephiran cared a little bit more about that. Degensio, I just get the feeling that he just didn't want to get turned to stone. That he just didn't want to disappoint his goddess. And I kind of wish we got a little bit more of their relationship. He's dead now, but there's not really too much more we can do besides flashback cutscenes from here on in. I'm still not 100% sure when this timeline takes place, though, because from that scene, it seemed to imply that Ashura and Yune had already split, which I get that part. But if they were one being at the time of the flood, which was what Ashura seemed to be saying, I thought, then how was it that she blessed Soren, Degensio, and Altina to defeat Yune if she was technically Yune at that time? Or was it like they were both in the same body, but they were opposing each other or something? I'm not entirely sure, but I probably just misunderstood that a little bit. I'm sure that this will become more clear as we go on. But I just can't help but wonder what's going to be on. I can't help but wonder what's going to be beyond this door. I'm not entirely sure Sephiran's a bad guy at this point, but I can't think of what else it would be. If not Sephiran, then the final boss, maybe? Man, I feel like we flew through this one. I really do. Let's get to it. They're getting stronger and stronger. Whose memories are those? I know him. Everyone, Ashura is nearby, just beyond those doors. Oh man, already, here we go. That's gotta be the final boss then. Oh my god, I don't know if we're ready. I know we beat somebody who beat Yune, but Ashura's clearly mad with power. Well, it's gonna be intense. That's where we'll find her. We made it, finally. You should know, Ashura may have changed since before her slumber. Order and chaos are meant to naturally balance each other out. If you take one away, balance is lost. It's like a yin-yang sort of thing. I don't expect Ashura to have the merest shred of compassion. Talking to her will likely do no good. We don't have much choice. If talking won't work, we'll have to use force. Otherwise, this has all been for nothing. Here we go. We're finally gonna get to see this lady. How about you? What do you mean? Are you completely chaotic? Are you out of balance? She really doesn't seem like it now that you mention it. She really seems well in control. I guess 1,000 years being sealed away in one place will do that to anybody, but still. As far as I can tell, you don't seem to lean too far in either direction. Asher and I see things a little differently. During my long sleep, I was wrapped in sweet, gentle music. Heron Galdrar. Yes, but more importantly than the song itself, I was never alone. There was always someone singing to comfort me. Ashunera shouldn't have isolated herself. She became lonely and bitter and lost touch with her people. Aw, so we don't really need to fight. Maybe she just needs a hug. Did we ever consider that? Has anybody tried that? Hold on, this thing won't budge. What's wrong with it? Those doors cannot be opened. Oh, here he is at last! Explain yourself! They've been sealed with powerful Sade magic. No doubt your Sade magic. Sephiran, you're alright. I'm so relieved to see you. I'm sorry to have been a cause for concern, Apostle. Forgive me. Sephiran, there's something I need to tell you. I'm not a true apostle. I didn't mean to abuse your trust. I've known that for some time, Sanaki. Don't forget that I was almost a father to you. It honestly doesn't make any difference to me whether or not you can hear the goddess. Sephiran, thank you for having always been there for me. Empress, shouldn't you tell him about General Zelgius? Oh, I'm sure he knows. Yes, I suppose I should. Sephiran, Zelgius is dead. Oh, maybe he doesn't know that, but... I know you put a lot of trust in him, but he was also closely allied to Dayin. I'm sure you've heard of Dayin's so-called Black Knight. Sephiran, the Black Knight was Zelgius. But that's probably not news to you, is it? After all, it was you he was taking orders from. Here we go. Ike's figured it all out. Ace Attorney. Ike, what are you saying? A man like Zelgius could never serve conflicting interests. Never. Everything he did for one master. Isn't that so, Sephiran? He's got it all figured out. I think I understand. You wanted to monitor events within Dayin. You sent Zelgius as a spy. Oh, this is kind of heartbreaking because Sanaki has no idea. I mean, she's right about this, but I feel like she doesn't quite get it yet, or she's in denial. Precisely. I felt it important to observe King Ashunera carefully. That was my goal. At the time, it was relatively easy to get an outsider close to the king. Ashunera was famous for employing powerful men with no regard to their background or social status. Obviously, he would have needed no convincing once he saw the blade work of General Zelgius. Yeah. The Black Knight tried to take the medallion from my father and killed him. Tell me, Sephiran, whose plan was that? Ashunera's or yours? Calm down, Ike. Sephiran, would you please explain? Sir Ike, I'm afraid your father's death was an unfortunate result of Zelgius' own personal agenda. I did not order Sir Gawain killed. However, I must admit that I did ask him to seize the medallion and hand it over to King Ashunera. Why, though? Okay, now we're getting somewhere. This is some sort of master plan. Some sort of crazy plot, because there's no way that anybody in their right mind would give the medallion to the one person most likely to set that shit off. Sephiran, what is your deal? The goddess was to be freed, and all living creatures destroyed. Here we go. Why? Why would you do this? Come again? You're insane. I couldn't be more sane, Sir Ike. Attend and learn. My aim has always been to wake up Ashunera so that she might pass judgment on all the people of the world. What I needed was a war that would spread all across the continent. How could I achieve this? My attention turned to the young Dayin prince. I could use the fiery Ashunera for my purposes. He was ambitious, a fierce warrior, and more than anything, he had an earnest desire to change the world. When I allowed him to know of the goddess sealed inside the medallion, he became determined to set her free. We could use Heron Galdrar or a massive, continent-spanning war to throw the world into chaos. Lord Sephiran, what are you saying? Are you saying you wanted this? You can't be serious. Sanaki, my long life has shown me the people of this world deserve only destruction. Here we go. The selfishness, the brutality, the disregard for others, the endlessly quarreling Laguz and Bjork. We have been given many chances to correct our behavior and ourselves, and have squandered them all. The only remaining hope for a peaceful, orderly world is for Ashunera to wipe us all out and begin anew. To fulfill my ambition of destroying all beings, I had to use you. I had to betray you. But why, dude? Does that really count? If you're the one masterminding the world going into chaos, can you really say, aha, I knew it all along? You know, that it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. You're going around screwing everything up. Of course it's gonna look messed up. Come on, Sephiran. What is your deal? This is some kind of monstrous joke. So you've been pulling the strings all along. Correct. Beyond just Empress Sanaki, you were trusted by a lot of people. Sephiran, I need to understand. Did you really betray all of those people? I did. I don't get it. Me neither. Why would you wake up the goddess to pass judgment on us? Tell us why. How could you want that? It wouldn't make any difference if I told you. You would have to live a few centuries before you could understand. This guy is old. Years ago, my father went into hiding with the Medallion. At the time, he got help from both you and Zelgius. Does this have anything to do with that? You seem to have sparked a distant memory of mine. Answer me. Why did you do this? I'm sorry, I can't tell you. At least not in any way that you would understand. Try me. I'm all ears, dude. Then I'll have to make you talk. This can't be happening. I won't fight you, Sephiran. I can't. Poor Sanaki. You'll have no choice but to fight. The doors leading to Ashunera are sealed by my very own magic. Killing me is your only way through. Sephiran, what the fuck? So it was you. All those memories penetrating my mind were yours. Since we entered this place, I've seen what you've been thinking, Liran. Give it Liran. Like the guy from the medallion, like the original holder of the medallion. Oh, wow. This guy's been around forever. Holy crap. Goddess Yune, why do you insist on calling me that name? I discarded it so long ago, Yune. I've changed. Liran is a thing of the past. All I want now is the end of all that is. Please don't stop me. I thought... What? Liran. Okay, we gotta get through this one, because now I have so many questions. You didn't warp very far, bud. You seem to still be in range of Ike. You're running out of time. At this rate, I wouldn't count on being able to face the goddess. I would hate to see you denied after coming all this way. Smartass. Well, now you know who brought you here and why. I suppose that just leaves our fight to the death to take care of. Oh, I'm gonna beat this guy's ass so hard. Are you kidding me? Don't mess with Sanagi. She's like 14, dude. She can't take this. What are these? Thunder Spirit, Wind Spirit, Fire Spirit, Fire Tail. Unique fire magic used by spirits. These guys don't look so bad. Tower Guard. They're pretty fast, though, I gotta say. They can double a lot of my dudes. Well, they actually can't, but I mean, it's hard for me to double them. It's hard for me to double them. Did I get Nasir by sparing him? Or did I actually have to talk to him? No, I actually got them both. I didn't think you had to talk to them because nothing actually happens when you go back and do. Yeah, nothing happens when you talk to Nasir or Gareth for that matter. But I guess it was the right choice to spare them both. Oh, I guess I should... Any abilities? No abilities. What? What? 20 movement? 20? 20. All of them are just Thunder Spirits. All of them. Every single 20 movement. 20. 20. 2-0. 20. What? Oh, this is gonna be bad. What about you, Sephiran? Or should I say Liran? The Cradleon. Light magic of the highest order, used only by those favored by the goddess, for Sephiran only. And he has a rewarp staff and a Rudol gem. A mysterious magic gem that raises the defense of the holder by 10. Well, geez, you could have just increased his defense cap by 10. Would have been the same thing. He also has Mantle, nullifies all damage inflicted by weapons not inflicted by the goddess, restoring HP equal to the unit's luck each turn, Shove, and Corona. He is a level 20 Chancellor. And he's also on a cover tile. A super cover tile at that. This one gives evade. Huh. This looks really tricky. But at the same time, I think we want to bring everybody that we have here. Let's set ourselves up. Let's set ourselves up. Just to double check. Okay, yeah, it's defeat boss. It's defeat boss. Okay. Well, before we do any of that though, Peleus, my guy, he's gonna be so close. Even one kill here. One kill here. Or if he would have killed that dragon on the last map, damn you, dude. But one kill here will promote him. Skill defense res. He's already got kept strength, magic, speed, so it's probably gonna be a really good defensive boost for him here. Hit points, luck, resistance. Pretty good. And one more level up. And then all I have to do is have him kill something on this map, which should still be possible. Hit points, luck, res again. Not bad. Not bad. Think I'll be needing that now, Lucia. Thank you very much. Where is Nesala? I already took Resolve off. I'm going to take Nile off too. And I'm going to give him Parity because Sephiran is on one of those really souped up cover tiles. He wants Celerity. And he wants Parity. And I think Fiona wants Nile. And we shall give Smite to Soap. So this, I think, will be fine. Give this a go. Now, Alicia. I guess it doesn't really matter. Where can I move to? I can move here. Jill can move, like, right next to him. Actually, Jill can move here. That's fine. Oh, she does no damage. Right, the cover tiles. The cover tiles. Here we go. So, Jill, take him on out of here. There is a one. Oh, they don't have an animation? My animation should be on. We got that guy right there. Now, Nesala. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move Alicia. Oh, shit. Actually, that's fine. What am I saying? Yeah. I just need to get close. I just need to get close. We're going to break the rescue step here. Hopefully, I don't need it for the last map or anything. I also gave Nesala Celerity. I don't know that it matters in this case, but I need him a little bit closer. There goes the rescue. On for it. No, I did this wrong. No. Well, with Parity, though, he does 8,000. He does 8,000 to Sephiran. King Nesala, it seems as if everything went well with the pact. Yes, for which I am thankful. The Blood Pact yoked Kilboss to your country's control. But we no longer suffer the curse for opposing the tyrannical edicts of your corrupt, bloated senators. Present company accepted, of course. I'm glad to hear it. You shouldn't be. You're not like the other senators, but your insane agenda has turned my nation to stone. Freedom means nothing to a statue. My goal was simply to save Sanaki. With your help, she is safe. The mutual benefit to your country was a happy accident, so don't feel indebted to me. So, you won't object when I tear your lungs out here and now? By all means, be my guest. Jesus Christ! Nesala is pissed. So, barring a 10% crit, actually, I think I survived. Yeah, I do survive a 10% crit. So, we're totally fine here, and he's going to be so low that I don't even need a second round with Nesala in order to win this. So, for all your talking there, Sephiran, it looks like you're a little bit bummy here, doesn't it? Smack! Ha nice 4 HP, bud. And you know Sanaki says something, too. I guarantee. Oh, she actually... Oh, she can't attack him. Ah! Sneezing, man. She has to have a conversation then, surely. Raphael does as well. Raphael and Sanaki both have talks. Okay, Micaiah, do you talk to Sephiran? I'm sure you can attack him. Well, this is Yoon, so...
Huh, you. I've heard about you. Have we met before? The silver-haired maiden. It's taken so long to finally meet you. If I had known you still lived, I know it's too late.
What does he mean? Ah, Jesus! Keeps sneezing. I think maybe he's referring to the fact that Micaiah is probably somehow related to Sanaki. Right? Because he implies like he knows her or something. And she's somehow really important because the Black Knights insisted on getting her here. But if the Black Knight knew that the silver-haired maiden was still alive, then why would he not tell Sephiran? Unless he means that if he knew Micaiah was alive before starting this crazy plan, it would have changed things. He says it changes nothing, but let's be honest, it probably changes everything, right? I'm sure we'll learn more about that. I hope so. This changes nothing. I cannot falter.
What is the matter with you? I'm just overly sensitive. Don't feign concern over me.
Here comes the Nile. Tink. Oh, miss. Whatever. Same difference. I would really like to have Peleus talk, but, I mean, I don't know if he has a talk to begin with, really, but I assume that he might. Can't really get Sanaki down there. I guess, yeah, this is a really short, painless one. Soren probably doesn't say anything, right? Hey, he deals a point of damage.
The Lagoos and Bjork have doomed each other with their mutual hatred. You brought the extinction on yourselves.
Nile. Ah, we just can't hit to save our lives. Does he have Miracle? No, I'm just unlucky. Well, we can shove. Get the dance. And let's promote Peleus before we end this, of course. All I need to do is have him hit literally anything once. Where's Ina? Nowhere close enough to be useful. She does have a nice ability to buff. What was it? Was it skill? That's right. She buffs skill. Yeah, these guys don't have animations. That's kind of disappointing. Map animations only. Peleus. It is finally your time. Oh my god, it's still not his time. Where's Nasir? Where's Nasir? Oh, but then I'd have to fend rear. Well, I want to do this because it will buff up his hit and his magic, so here we go. Oh my god, Peleus! Peleus! Why are you doing this to me? So I gotta hit a 44, I guess, if I want him to promote. If I get bonus experience after this, damn it. Aw, man. Well, I did my best. Jill, Ike probably has a talk. Maybe Jill does, though. Jill might. She's kind of important. I don't know. Jill. She does. Yeah, Jill.
It's your fault what happened in Dayan. Every pointless death in this war is on your head. Sephiran, Duke of Persis. History will remember you as the worst kind of man. Everything. It's all been my fault. You should know one more thing, however. I also had a hand in the death of your father. Oh, you shouldn't have pressed the Sephiran button, dude. Now you're screwed. Die, monster! You don't belong in this world.
Guard? Guard? Oh, I have made a huge mistake. I have made a huge mistake. Okay, that didn't trigger last time, though. Come on, Ike. I have to ask Sephiran, what are you after? What's all this about?
Why do you wish to know? You would achieve nothing by learning my reasons. You would help no one. I lost faith in lesser beings and desire an end to them all. That's all.
So why did you save me on that day?
May I ask you a favor, Ike? Tell me about how you feel about it now. Can you bear recalling those horrific memories?
Yes, I'm fine now, but I suppose at the time I wouldn't have been able to take it.
All beings endure tragedies for as long as they continue to live. It has always been the case that suffering is unavoidable.
Oh, not this spiel. Not the I'll kill everybody to end all suffering crap. I've seen this so many times. Who are you anyway? Are you Seymour? Is that what you want to be? You want to be Seymour? I don't think you want to be Seymour. Oh, Jesus.
And this grim reality plays out over and over in every country under every ruler.
All right, dude.
As long as there are beings who feel, they will feel pain. I will destroy Spira. I shall save it.
So what? We should all just give in and die. Put it behind you. Deal with it.
Do not make light of this.
I'm not. Sephiran, I'm extremely grateful that you once helped me through a terrible time. But I have accepted that occasionally we all have to deal with hard times. I've had pain, I've had suffering, and I've gotten up and moved on. I don't try to forget what happened that day. I just accept it. And neither that or anything else will ever stop me.
You are a strong man, Ike, son of Gawain. But not everyone is as strong as you.
Guard, no! Get out of here, I'm trying to kill Sephiran. If he attacks me, though, will he die? Oh, I'm so exposed. Strength luck, damn it. I knew it couldn't be that easy. I knew it couldn't be that easy. I don't even have the brave sword on. Why? What's wrong with me? I've lost my damn mind. Well, I can try to salvage it, but I think we're really dead. If they really indeed have 20 movement, then good game, Deldre. Now he gets speed. Thank you, Eddie. Yeah, wow, thanks so much. See, Fiona gets it. She doesn't need speed. She just doubles on her own. Lucia too, for that matter, although I can't get to any Wardwood. Because these guys seem like they're magical based. Oh, I can. Neato. Oh my god, Lucia, what is this nonsense? Oh, you know what? He's on a cover tile. Never mind, never mind. I'll excuse it, but just this once. I'm gonna die regardless unless Sephiran attacks me first, so, you know. I should have played this more carefully. Guard, though, that's a nasty little surprise. I really just wish that they had said that, though, otherwise I would have played that differently. That's everyone. Well, let's see what happens. Oh, he can attack Naysala. Oh my god, look at that healing. And a map attack? Or is he, no, he's rewarping. Oh, hey, what's up, bud? Oh, they can warp as well. What? It just used sacrifice. Oh, I get it. I get it. I actually understand. So they guard him. They protect Sephiran. Okay, the Ragnall's map animation is sick. That's actually dope. But unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that Ike will die. If they can indeed just teleport anywhere they want. Maybe they work like witches where they're like sort of forgiving. Oh no, Ike is so dead. Ike is so dead. Man. So if I want to kill him right off the bat. Oh, do I? Oh god, Liar's so dead. I didn't even think about her. Liar, no. If I want to kill him right off the bat, I need to kill all of his little minions. I assume that guard works like it does for the player, right? Where you have to be adjacent. Ah, damn it, Liar. Okay, let's retry that. Before we do, though, let's see what Tsunaki says to Sephiran.
Sephiran, everything you've ever told me, every time you gave your hand to me, every time you smiled, they were all lies? You're the most appalling fraud I've ever known. No, Lady Tsunaki, I actually lied to you very little. What I have done is hold things back. I have also twisted the truth from time to time. But I've only ever told you one blatant falsehood. That one lie has weighed heavily on me. It makes me hate myself sometimes. Sephiran, I'll always care deeply for you, my little Lady Tsunaki. You are my sun and my moon. I never wish to harm you. Please, you must understand. No, Sephiran, no!
Wow, and she literally cannot attack him at all. And Raphael.
It is you. Now that I've seen your face, I know that you once went by another name. You are mistaken. I am known as Sephiran and nothing else. You have closed your heart. Why? I have nothing more to say. Nothing.
And obviously, I can't attack with Raphael. Yeah. Oh my god, did I lose again? I think I lost again. Why didn't I attack the spirit with Tsunaki? Oh, that was a crit. I just realized. What just happened? What the? What? What? Oh my god. Okay, this time for sure. This time for sure. Right here. You. 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 Do I get double the blood type? I guess we're about to see. I actually do. So there you go. And I get the support, so here we go. This is gonna connect. There, now we win. Now we win. Unless Naysala gets blown away again. I don't even know what the hell happened there. That was certainly wild. Okay, level up for Astrid. Let's see if these guys are gonna warp in to protect him from all around. Maybe I have to kill all of these guys? I don't think so, though. I don't think so, just based on the way that guard works normally. Whoops, almost forgot to do parry. That would be really bad. That would be really, really bad. And sit down, Sephiran. Or should I say Leron? Ah, at last I'm dying.
At last, indeed, he blew me away. I don't know what happened. He just crit Naysala for all of his life. Speaking of Naysala, level up, bud. Hit point, speed, res. Pretty good. And a good game. Another flashback, perhaps. Game? Yep, here we go.
What? It can't be true. Our apostle?
So what's going on here? We're in Begnan, obviously.
Myself, but the senators made an announcement. It must be true.
Yeah, they're always known for telling the truth.
Pardon me? Has something happened to the apostle?
Oh, my lord, save the apostle. She's dead.
Could this be Masaha they're talking about?
What? How?
According to the senator's announcement,
Yup, there it
he was
is.
assassinated by the Serenus Herons.
Those devious Herons, renowned for their violent
They look
tactics.
so gentle, like they couldn't harm a fly. But they're nothing but beasts. No better than
Clearly! Oh my god, these people are so ignorant.
Peace, friends.
So ignorant.
This is simply not possible. The Heron tribe could never assassinate anyone. They...
Thank
She's
you,
dead,
the voice of
isn't she?
reason.
Those damn subhumans. Every
But it's
last
no
one
good.
Of them's got to die for the apostle.
That's the truth. They're nothing but monsters. Oh, I wish I could kill them myself.
You can. Grab a weapon, grab a torch. Come on, we'll burn that forest to ash and wipe them all out.
It's dark.
No! You mustn't!
Is that Sephiran? I can't, like, he's... Because he's so excited in this cutscene.
You don't look well. Are you feeling all
His
right?
voice sounds a little different, you know. I think that is Sephiran, isn't it? They keep calling him Lord Sage.
Ah! Wings! From the Sage's back! Wings! He's one of them! He's a monster!
Ah.
You're nothing but a lying, subhuman piece of filth. How dare you pretend to be one of us? Get him!
So if Sephiran is Liran,
Must be quelled. I
and
cannot allow
Liran...
this madness to come to pass.
So Liran is a Heron,
The goddess's judgment.
and that therefore Sephiran is a Heron. Or he's a Heron branded, or he's something of that nature. Oh, could it be like with Imelda? Did he have like a human child? Oh my god, is Sanaki like Sephiran's kid? Oh my god, I have all these questions. I have all these questions. Don't you do this to me, game.
No! What have they done? The forest, the trees, the herons were innocent.
That's
Why?
definitely Sephiran. He's got the black hair.
The medallion. I must quell the chaotic energies. Must calm them.
I see, and if he's a Heron, then he snapped.
Oh, no! Chaos, madness, so much anger, so much pain.
So he snapped when the forest was burned down. Then
Why was my family taken?
maybe the medallion had an effect on him
Why was my
because they're so
forest
attuned to that stuff. Maybe it like, maybe he found himself quote unquote
The apostle
possessed
did
by the
not
medallion,
deserve
right?
his fate. Killed by her innocence. Her murderers free to seize power. This is monstrous. This world does not need Bjork, and the Laguz are deeply flawed. There's no need to wait for the Covenant's 1,000 years.
So that's what it was. His race was wiped out, and he'd had enough.
Oh, goddess.
See, that's a little bit more understandable. I mean, shoot, did you hear Racing in the last game? He was ready to go on genocide on all Bjork himself. So these Herons, they could definitely get worked up. We know that much. Wow, very interesting. Very interesting. So Liran was a Heron, though. Liran was a Heron, and Sephiran is Liran. So he's got to be almost 1,000 years old himself. So he's basically seen it all. I take it. Sephiran. Sephiran, hold on. Open your eyes. No, he's dead. We beat his ass, dude. Yoon, help me. What should I do? What? Really? Okay, I'll give it a try. What's she gonna do? Sing, maybe? Sanaki. Sephiran, you can hear me? Somebody help, he's wounded!
Yeah, we did it.
I'm sorry, Sanaki. The doors leading to Ashura won't open while he's alive. I can't save him.
That's correct. Thank you, Yune. I'm sincerely grateful.
Death is all you wanted for since this started. Everything else has been little more than a terrible side effect. I'm sorry that this was your only goal, but I'm happy to help you achieve it. Sephiran, I see now what you were going through. It must have been hard. I wish I could have helped you.
Please, don't mourn for me. I'm not worth it.
I'm so sorry. I wanted to help you. I really did.
Forget about me. This path was my decision. My tragic mistake. Lady Sanaki, I want you to have this. This is a Satori son. This is the Rudol gem. Wear it. In memory of me. It will protect you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry I lied to you.
Sephiran, don't worry. We still have all the time we spent together. Nobody can take that away. Nobody.
Thank you. Lady Sanaki, I'll be leaving you now. No! Give me some answers! Zelgius is waiting. Altina. Give me some answers. What is his relation to Sanaki then?
Now, please, Micaiah.
I missed a line there. I was lost in thoughts. Not gonna lie.
Don't die. You can't die.
He's gotta have some relation to Sanaki. Or maybe Micaiah? Maybe they're like half siblings or something. That would make more sense, but I don't know. I do not know. There's more to this story though. Don't you just leave me in the dark. Unless Ashura's gonna come out and tell us.
He's breathing. Sephiran is breathing.
Oh, he lived. Sweet.
Ah, just in time. You saved him. Thank you, Micaiah. Thank you.
Oh, I get it. So she waited for him to quote, like he technically died. But then she brought him back from the brink after the curse had been dispelled. Very smart, very smart. I gotta hand it to you, Micaiah. Not a bad blend at all.
Micaiah is completely spent. She's sorry, but she won't be able to fight in the next battle. But there's no time. Hurry. Goddess Yune, is there something you haven't told us about you and Sephiran? He saved my life. Your life? Sephiran saved the life of a goddess? Is there something you haven't told us about Sephiran then? He'll wake up in just a moment. Then you can ask him directly.
Because he convinced Ashura to seal her away, right? Instead of just destroying her outright.
Oh, alright. I'll do that.
Makes sense to me. Why did you save him?
Should I not have?
I can think of a few reasons why you shouldn't have, yes. I love you, Hike. Gee, I don't know, besides trying to enact global genocide. He didn't seem like such a bad guy. Hey, get up, now.
Take it easy on him. He's had a hard day.
Yeah, he was just staring us down in battle a few seconds ago, Ike. I'm alive.
LeBron. Goddess Yune, why? Why did you? Because I want you to live. You've always taken care of me, and I couldn't bear it if it ended like this.
But I've lost all my hope. All my hope in the world and the people in it. I did what I did for the future generations, so they wouldn't have to live in this world. Please, Yoon, let me die.
I won't, Laurent, I won't.
Laurent, now he's some kind of hero saint? So there were legends about this guy, obviously, because, right, the Ron's medallion, so it makes sense. I would have never... He's alive, though. That's such an interesting twist. I'm glad they really made the payoff for Sephiran here pretty good, because I don't know if anybody else played Path of Radiance when it first came out. You know, no knowledge of Radiant Dawn or anything like that. But Sephiran, beyond just his words at the end even, where he left that cryptic message that pretty much said, hey, stupid, there's going to be a sequel. But besides even that, he's just... The mystery around him is just so great. When you just find him in that random cell during the Prison Break chapter, you know, the one with Nephany and Kieran and such. You just find him in that cell, and he's way powerful. He's way more powerful than most of your units ever will be. And he's just sitting there, and he never really does anything. But it's so interesting to see this come full circle and see what exactly this plot significance is. Especially as somebody who's been waiting, I don't know, 12, 13 years to find out the answer to this. So I'm pretty hyped for this. I like that. I like that twist. I do. And I do understand his motivations. It's not the most original thing, obviously. I was poking fun of that. Yeah, you know, we've seen this kind of villain before. Maybe not in Fire Emblem necessarily, but in other games for sure. But I can at least understand his motivations and why he's doing this.
There's still some questions though. There's still some questions for sure. If death is what you really want, then I'm not gonna let it happen on my watch. I don't care what you've gone through. I don't care how much you've suffered. What you've done is unforgivable. Stop it, Ike. Well, he's not wrong. Ashura's waiting. It's time for the final confrontation with her. You can come if you want to. You're asking me to turn my back on Goddess Ashura. I mean, what do you have to lose, really? If you really want the total extinction of Bjork and Lagoons alike, then you can just lie here like a lump. If not, this is your last chance to start rectifying your mistakes. Think hard on that. God, Ike is such a hard ass now. But hey, he says it like it is. But Ike... Yeah, I'm feeling a little awkward here. Yeah, me too. Let's dip. Not me. I'm gonna stay by Micaiah's side no matter what. God damn it, so... Even Tsunaki moves on. This is it, though. This has to be the final battle, then. I can't think of anybody else that would be in our way from here on in. I'll be waiting for you, Laron. Is that gonna be it? Give me more exposition. I really asked for exposition. Oh, I got the Rudolph gem. Right, he said he was gonna do that, huh? I really want more exposition. By the way, we're going on. Oh yeah, we're killing Ashura right here, right now.
I will not countenance this.
Oh, well, ask and you shall receive.
Hear me, Goddess Ashura. Yune's imprisonment within the Medallion has begun to change you. Order and chaos. You are one being, comprising both parts. The one must naturally affect the other.
Even so, I will not return Yune to this body. She is unstable, and I must be perfect.
She's very obsessed with this idea of perfection. I wonder if she was always this way. Or if it's just because she lost control at one point.
Ashura, you mustn't. You cannot survive without your opposite. Please, you must not do this. Your world still needs you.
Laron, you have ever been a wise and kind-hearted child. In deference to you, I will place my faith in your kind one last time.
So Laron is like Ashura's right-hand man.
I shall
basically.
As well. When I wake again,
Okay, this is well in the past then.
it is to a world of peace and
This must be right after Yune was sealed, I take it.
prosper as equals.
And there it is. There's the 1,000-year deal. And Laron must have been a messenger for that.
If I do, then I will know that you have advised me well. I will reward your counsel. I will also allow Yune to return to me. I will once again be the goddess of creation, whole and complete. Ashunera, the dawn goddess.
Ashunera, the dawn
your
goddess.
ancestors gave me so long ago. I should like to hear it again.
Ashunera, huh?
However, during this 1,000 years, if the chaos of war should arise and awaken Yune from her slumber in the Medallion, I will know that you have strayed from your path, and I will punish your failure, as I will reward your success. And then you will know my judgment. You will pay for your sins, each of you to the last.
In the names of our people, we vow to keep this covenant. There will be no great war between Lagos and Bjork for 1,000 years. So pledge Altina of the Bjork, Tegensia of the Dragon Tribes, Soren of the Beast Tribes, and I, Leron of the Bird Tribes.
If you believe during this 1,000 years that you have created a world that has outgrown the atrocities of war, or if you feel the world has fallen
here it
beyond
is.
the hope of redemption,
So this is how he knew that this would be
you
the
may
plan.
sing the Galder of release and awaken us both.
Yeah, this is how he got his idea for his
Possess
plan
that
then.
ability as well.
Because in his eyes, after the Herons had been murdered senselessly, basically the world was beyond redemption in his eyes.
You're too kind
Okay.
built in our absence. We will listen, and we will judge fairly and impartially.
But yeah,
This
she said it
is
would be
our
both of them,
covenant.
which is why Yune is so pissed. Makes sense. I was really kind of hoping for a little bit of explanation on the Micaiah thing. It's her. Yep, that's her right there. I thought she would be bigger. I won't lie to you. She's very human-sized. Ashura. Ashura, it's me. Yune, can you hear me? Oh, that's a divine portrait. Yeah, we're definitely fighting God. Please listen to me. You don't need to pass any more judgment. You can return to the people of the normal. You can return the people to the normal. I'm just blown off. I'm blown away by the headdress. She's not even acknowledging us. I cannot. Whoa, lady, your eyes are freaking me out. I cannot. There are still people in my world who are made of fallible flesh. This imperfect world has passed beyond control. Now I shall pass my final judgment. Wait, you can't violate the terms of the covenant, Ashura. 1,000 years still hasn't passed. We were woken by the Galter, not by mankind's war. It does not matter. Because she knows, yeah. During my long sleep, Bjork and the Goose continued to fight. The children of flesh will never learn to grow. Time will pass as always, but nothing can change the destiny of mankind. You have to look deeper. The first judgment didn't turn everyone to stone, and I'll tell you why. Because these people are not people as we know them. Ashura, these people have become something new. People, the Zunanma, are the only living creatures of this world that we didn't create. Animals evolved to become Zunanma, who then became Laguz and Bjork. The evolution continues today. Ashura, I'll tell you a secret you didn't know. Children can be born both of a Bjork and Laguz parent. They're still very few in number, but if allowed to flourish, mankind might become anything. If the two races continue to evolve, I'm sure something wonderful will emerge. You can't just bring all that to a halt. Do not claim certainty of anything. The children of this world are born of chaos, and nothing could be more uncertain. The world does not require the evolution of man. My responsibility is to protect order, the balance of all life forms. Beings that evolve without my guidance will only destabilize and threaten this world. Because of that, you have to wipe out everything made of flesh? Is that what you're trying to say? Very well then. Yeah, put him up, Ashura. Here we go. I challenge you to a duel. You and I have nothing more to talk about. My only choice is to defeat you. You do not be absurd. You cannot overthrow me just as I cannot overthrow you. Of course not, but they can. Everyone, the time has come. Defeat Ashura or everyone you love will be a statue forever. God! You... No pressure though, guys. These people, they carry your blessing, Yoon. You mean to fight me? That is the plan. Ashura, our goddess. This is the world. This is the world, and we are the people you created. You make it sound as if we're some sort of filthy creatures that just decided to settle down here and cause trouble. Ike, don't say it like that. We're not perfect. Sometimes our brains tell us one thing while our emotions tell us another. And war. The more we try to avoid it, the worse it is when it comes to us. People are probably the dumbest creatures alive. Ain't that the truth? Say it again for those in the back, Ike. But somehow you're the most endearing. It's your imperfections that make you so interesting. Imperfections very similar to ours. We know that we've messed up. We'll do our best to avoid war and make peace our highest priority. Ashura, just give us one more chance. All we ask for is one more chance. You expect me to reverse my judgment. The goddess of order cannot be so mercurial. My decision is final. So that's how it's gonna be, huh? Then we will fight, and we will save our people. Make your peace with whatever the gods worship. Your end is near. What a badass! Why is Ike so cool? Make your peace with whatever gods worship, he says. My end is near. In every battle that mattered in my life, I've always been the one left standing, no matter how slim my chances. This battle means more than any of the others because it's for the life of every person that I've ever cared about. I will win this fight. Oh, baby. Look at this woman. Ashura, Order Incarnate. The creator of the world who uses limitless power to pass judgment on all. Normal attacks do no harm. 65 attack power. Is that magic? It's probably magic, right? The miraculous power of the goddess. Her attacks have a myriad of form and effect. Oh yeah, it's magic. 65, yeah. 50 power for the weapon. Jesus Christ. 5 authority stars. Mantle. She gets back 40 HP per turn? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? These Ashura. Oh, they're like, what is this? Aurora. Causes half of all damage received to be reflected back upon the assailant. What? It's counter, but like, oh, Jesus. They have 35 speed. 35 speed. All of them have 35 speed, so I'm going to need Nasir for sure. Yeah, Nasir is going to be mandatory, I think. Wind Spirit, Fire Spirit. Oh, man. And she's on a heal stone on top of that mantle. She's going to get so much HP. That's 100. No, that's 52. It's 100 per turn. No, it's 52 per turn. Infos. I definitely didn't forget about these. I'm definitely not going back. I promise. Ancient history. I'm about to tell you a very old story. A story you should know as the new king of Goldoa. Who's Garrett? Oh, is this the... You know what? I think he is. He was that guy in Path of Radiance who appeared with Kurth Naga when we first landed in Goldoa. Right? I think he is. Yeah. Because he was a big red guy. I know that's not really a good metric for remembering somebody, but sorry, dude, I didn't get to know you in the last game. So Gareth, huh? Pretty cool. Yeah, that would make sense why we'd be here, too. And right next to Degensi as well, because he's sort of like a retainer for Kurth then at that point. Neat. Neat, neat. I like it. This is one of the oldest, most heavily guarded secrets in all of Tellius. You'll find no trace of it in any histories or sagas. Sagas. Blah, blah, blah. Tearing saga? No.
If it's that important, maybe we should go somewhere else. Other people might hear us.
What do you think, Nasir?
I called upon Lady Micaiah because I felt that she should know the story as well. No, I think now is the time to let everyone know. Would that be all right, Your Majesty? There will be no secrets from now on. Tell us everything.
As you wish, Your Majesty. In the dawn of this age, after the goddesses began their long slumber, the kingdom of Begnion was established. In those early days, Laguz and Bjork lived side by side in harmony and peace. Yes, that kingdom would become the Begnion Empire. Interesting, interesting. So originally we did stick to the deal then. We didn't fight right off the bat. Which I guess if the entire world had been flooded by the powers of some otherworldly being, yeah, that would scare most people straight for at least a little bit, I think. The hero Altina was chosen to be the kingdom's first queen. Laron supported her as an advisor and as a husband.
What? Despite their differences, Laron and Altina loved each other very deeply. The people accepted a marriage between a Laguz and Bjork. That was what King Degensia said. This was before the people thought of such differences. They saw only a queen and her husband.
At this time, King Degensia also created his own kingdoms far from the other Laguz tribes and Bjork nations. He believed that the dragon tribe was too powerful to interact equally with other tribes and peoples. That kingdom became Goldoa. He was not wrong.
Begnion had been established for 4 years when King Degensia received news that Altina had become pregnant. The news brought great joy, you see. The news was also quite surprising. There had been other unions between Bjork and Laguz, but until Altina's pregnancy, no children had ever been conceived.
Interesting, so why? Why? Were they just not getting it on behind closed doors? But I guess Laron was, you sly dog. Oh, man.
Indeed, hers was the first child ever to be born of Bjork and Laguz.
As close friends of both Altina and Laron, King Degensia and Soren rejoiced at the news. The child would be the first to carry the joined blood of both Bjork and Laguz. The king said that the baby would become a symbol of peace between the two peoples.
But joy over the child's birth did not last. Soon after the child was born, Laron lost all powers of the Laguz. He could not transform any longer, nor could he sing Galdrar.
It became apparent that the child of such a union neutralizes the Laguz parents' powers. To make matters worse, the child bears only the characteristics of a Bjork.
Laron felt he was no longer a true Laguz and felt he could no longer act as a bridge between the goddess and the people of Tellius. He lost hope and also his mind, at least temporarily. Very interesting. You know, I might just edit this in after this map just so I can speak my mind a little bit more, but it's been clarified now that part of the reason that Sephiran is so batty at this current moment is because he lost his abilities, similar to what happened with Almelda. And even she sort of showed some signs of, you know, a little bit of instability. But since Laron's been around forever, it probably took his toll on him and just weighed on his conscience heavily for these past few hundred years at least. He attempted suicide several times. Oh man. Which is an unthinkable taboo for anyone who is sworn to serve the goddess.
King Degentia fell into despair. If people caught wind of this news, he believed it would create a deep rift between the two peoples. The king was especially concerned about the reaction from the Laguz. They might interpret the birth as a herald of their eventual end. Some might even attempt to harm the child.
Laron needed to hear the voice of the goddess more than ever. But he could no longer sing the Galdra of Elise. Is that what happened? Just so. Laron was forced to make a very difficult decision and protect the peace between Bjork and Laguz. He decided to retreat into seclusion and consider the problem. Once he regained his sanity, he announced his decision.
Laron was forced to ask the unthinkable of his wife, his aides, and close friends. For the sake of Begnan, you must tell the people that I died in an accident. Tell them that the birth was merely a false rumor.
Laron left the medallion to his tribe, moving to Goldoa under King Degentia's protection. He simply disappeared from history after that.
After Laron had left and life returned to normal, Altina eventually welcomed a Bjork husband. She raised the child she had with Laron as though it were an ordinary Bjork child, both born of her new husband. Since then, marriages between Laguz and Bjork have been forbidden. It becomes known as a crime against the goddess. Ah, so there's the origin of that. The original child between Laron and Altina, but who is that child? There's no way that they're saying it's Micaiah. I don't think so. I don't think that it's Micaiah. I genuinely don't think that it's Micaiah. Maybe Micaiah is a descendant of this person, but I think that if Micaiah was that old, she would have said something, right? Or just anything to hint towards it, unless that is where they're going with it, which would be really wild, I'll say that. Even so, the taboo was broken several times over the next few decades. Usually no child was conceived, but when there was, it was swiftly covered up. The parents soon learned what it meant to bear a child who possessed both Bjork and Laguz blood. After they learned of the consequences, none of these parents ever rejected the edict forbidding it. The child was to be raised by the Bjork parent, and raised as a Bjork child. That should have been enough to hide everything. End of story. It was several generations later that the certain descendants began to manifest physical marks which indicated their ancestors' sins. Fortunately, this mark looked very similar to the marks on those protected by spirits. They could pass as students of the dark arts for at least a few years. Unfortunately, the branded lived much longer than Bjork. Most branded choose to hide, living outside of ordinary society, and they disappeared into the shadows of history. Rumors had already begun to spread across Begnan, however. The branded were shunned and cast out wherever they lived. Where the Laguz held power, they persecuted the branded at... I said that right. Sorry. Where the Laguz held power, they persecuted the branded and executed them in honor killings. That's horrible. It was King Degentia's opinion that these were crimes that he had to carry on his conscience. From the beginning, he realized that he and others in power had made a mistake. They understood that they should have revealed everything about Altina and Laron's child. The people should have been told the truth. But since they'd kept the truth from everyone, the branded were marked as unclean, persecuted wherever they traveled. Here is the family tree for Laron and Altina's bloodline. Only King Degentia knew the truth, until now. Father, you've had to endure this burden alone for so long. It was the same in Lady Almelda's case. When she lost her powers after giving birth to the Mad King's son, King Degentia had no choice but to hide the truth from everyone. So he chose to hide Almelda from everyone. Better to deny her existence than be forced to explain long-hidden secrets. In the process, he'd lost someone even more dear to him, Prince Rajayon. He deeply regretted his decision when he learned of the prince's death. The only choice left for King Degentia was to remain stubbornly neutral in all wars out in the continent. Ah, man, Degentia... It really just depends on where I'm editing this in, but Degentia... really, really stuck to his guns. Like, straight up. This guy was a stone, immovable object. And that's... I really liked Agancia. Honestly, I do. I still feel like maybe we didn't have to come to this, but I have a lot of respect for him and his character. I'll say that. He hoped in vain to keep the goddess from waking up before the 1,000 years had elapsed. I'm such a fool. I had no idea what Father went through. All I did was deny what he fought for. Kurth.
Your Majesty, you are the king now. You know that it is a sin to fight against the goddess, and yet you've chosen to move forward.
King Dagancia left everything to you. You must succeed. Do not be afraid of what lies beyond. Forge ahead. I understand. I shall be true to my convictions. I have no more doubts.
Forgive and forget. Nasir.
Hey, Ike, I'm sorry about earlier.
That's alright. I know that you were in a tight spot.
Yeah, sorry I tried to kill you again. My bad. It's so funny. It just always seems to happen every game. Isn't that funny, Ike? Ike, put your sword away.
Ah, the Bjork hero. We will follow King Girth Naga from now on. If he wishes to fight alongside you, I shall assist. I see. Then you should receive a blessing of protection from the goddess Yune.
We already have. We can fight Ashura now.
You'd lend us all of your might?
Of course.
We swear upon the good name of the dragon tribe that we shall do our best. Alright, neato. Now, back to the present.
Let's try and get Edward up to 34 speed. If he does, then he can double those auras. There we go. He can double these auras now with White Tide. Or White Pool, I mean.
Hey, we have a conversation. Speaking of which, I forgot to do the ones on the last map, didn't I?
Well, I probably edited those in. I probably edited those in by now, so I guess there's that.
Ike, were you joking with me when you said you couldn't remember how we met?
Well, sort of. It was a long time ago.
How could you forget?
Relax, Soren. I got to thinking and I remembered. I remember what happened in Galia on the day we first met.
Ike.
Mother had gone shopping with Mist that day. I was wandering around the village all alone. I walked to the edge of the forest looking for a stick I could pretend was a sword.
There was a raven-haired boy lying on the ground. I remember the huge oak tree by the clearing. I'd been sleeping in the hollow by the roots.
He looked like he was my age. He was as skinny as a twig, wearing rags and covered in dirt. He looked like he was near death. I took out my lunch and handed it to him. He made a noise like a scared animal and shied away. He was suspicious of me at first, but eventually he took my sandwich and started to eat. It was like he'd never eaten before in his life. I didn't have anything else to feed him, so I told him to come to my house, but he kept shaking his head no.
I was afraid you were going to trick me. Afraid that you were going to chase me away after taunting me with food just for a laugh.
Damn, what kind of life did you live, Soren?
I told the boy that I'd bring him some food the next day at the same time and place. He finally nodded when I said that. It made me happy. I felt like I was doing something right helping this boy. Like I was the only one who'd do that. I was happy too. Not just because I wasn't hungry anymore. Because someone finally would talk to me. So I went back to the village again the next day. I was scared of the other villagers and their rocks and sticks, but I still went back.
That's right. That was Galia back then. The Bjork abused and tormented the Branded because the Laguz shunned them. They wanted to avoid upsetting the Laguz.
The villagers threw stones at me, called me an animal and a devil. But on the next day, the village was littered with corpses. Soldiers and peasants were in a panic.
It was my dad. He went crazy when the spirit of chaos in the medallion touched him.
I see. So Soren was there too. I walked through the empty streets, checking bodies to see if you were dead, but I couldn't find you. I decided that you had to be alive. I took money and food from the village and headed for Crimea, a land of Bjorks.
Soren.
On my way back to Crimea, I kept seeing Laguz from the Beast Tribe. They were terrifying, but after a while, I realized something. They never attacked me. They all seemed to notice something about me and then pretend they couldn't see me. That look was burned into my mind, and it was always the same. They'd scowl and walk away like they'd never noticed me. In a way, that left me feeling colder and more alone than if they'd attacked me. Hate. That I can understand. This was denial. They made me feel like I wasn't supposed to exist at all. That my simply being alive was an affront to the world. Jesus! That was how the beasts treated me, and I hated them for it. It sat in my heart like a lead bar, like a glacier.
Damn, that really... It really tugs at the heartstrings, doesn't it? Man, it's like, Soren is such a douche, but he has a very well-defined, honest-to-God reason for feeling this way. And the way he's describing it now is just horrible to imagine, right? I mean, put yourself in that position. How horrible would that be where everywhere you go, people either abuse you or pretend like you're not even there. You can't win. You can't win, man. And when I reached Crimea, I took refuge in a church along the way. They took my brand to be a sign that I had been trained in the arcane arts. They took good care of me and taught me things. Once I had learned to speak and behave like other people, I wandered Crimea for several years. So he's been abandoned himself. He's like... He's an awful lot like... Oh my god, are you serious? Are you serious? Is that where we're going with this? Is that where we're going with this? I think that's where we're going with this. Soren is Almelda's son, isn't he? I think that's where we're going with this. Because look, this pretty much confirms that he was still really young during this time period. Like, the age matches is kind of what I'm saying, because if you read his Path of Radiance supports, he tells you about some of this backstory before, about the person that raised him and whatnot, but there was never really a clearly defined timestamp to that. But by saying that Ike was a young boy when he met Soren, who was also at that time a young boy, hadn't really necessarily fully revealed the signs of him being a branded, at least in terms of appearance, right? So the time frame fits. The time frame definitely fits. He's obviously abandoned all on his own, from what we're hearing here. Just kind of going from place to place, it looks like. Oh my god, that would be wild. Are you kidding? Is that where we're going with this? Soren is the son of Ashunera. I don't know that to be true, but now my curiosity has been piqued. Let's put it that way. Once I learned man, I finally found you. But yes, you'd forgotten that day in Galia. But I didn't care. My only wish was to see you again. I just wanted to see the only boy who had held out a warm hand when I had nothing. Soren, don't cry. Don't cry. What? I'm not crying. You're crying. No, Soren, you're smart, but you're no good when it comes to your emotions. Come over here, you big... just give him a hug. Don't treat me like I'm a child. I'm not that. Come on. Shut up. Shut up. Then I'll come over to you. It's all in the past, Soren. Poor Soren. Poor Soren. So shitty. Is there any Brandon who didn't have a crappy life? Honestly. Well, that was nice. Was that the little scene? Was that the little scene that I was supposed to get? Let's give this a shot. I don't know how good this is gonna go. Oh, it's him. He pulled his head out of his ass. Yes, LeBron. Forgive me, goddess. I must end my service to you now. My dear goddess Ashunera, please forgive me. Leron. Everything I've done was a mistake. This is all a result of my weakness. The changes were unbearable to watch, too frightening to understand. It grew painful to accept change, and with that, my heart filled with cowardice. I was overwhelmed by the pain and could think of nothing but soothing it. As long as I suffered, I was blind to anything else, even to the beautiful things of the world. I can see it now. The people deserve compassion. They deserve to have their lives back. No. Oh, well, are you sure? Yes. Damn, I did my best. You were always too flexible, too inconstant. You cannot sway me any further. Ashura, my goddess, please. Be silent now and watch as I erase these beings that confuse your simple heart. Do we get him? Everyone, listen carefully. No, Yune, I want to go look at the rod. In order to reach Ashura, we must first destroy the aura protecting her. Got it? Attack the aura. Got it. Now this is some music right here. I want to turn it up, but I don't want it to get picked up in my mic. LaRon. Oh my god, he got buff. He got super buff. Look at this guy. I was wrong about you, Stefan. This is Gato. This is Gato. Sick. Is he just as good? Yeah, he still has mantle, ironically, but it doesn't make a difference because all these guys are blessed. Corona, shove. Yes, SS Light, Dark, and Staff, actually. I didn't really notice that before. What happened to your Cradle Lot, dude? That'd be kind of nice. Talks? Kurth Naga and Laron. Ike Laron, Micaiah Laron, Tsunaki Laron. So we can get some of those. So what I want to do is I got to kill these spirits. I got to kill these spirits because they have unlimited move, and that's kind of annoying. So get out. We're going to use Fiona to do this too. We're finally here at the last stop. We cannot stop now. We cannot lose here. We got this. We got this. And with that, should I use Astrid? Yeah, let's use Astrid. Astrid is no good. What about Eddie? Big Eddie. Now, I did notice that these auras don't actually have a weapon. I only need one hit. Okay, that works. That works. Did he double me? No, I just missed 3 times. Well, either way, Astrid, get it. Oh my god, this music is so intense. I'm getting pumped up. I'm definitely pumped up. Nasir, move here, transform. I imagine that Ashunera also has some kind of map attack. Ina, move here, transform. She only has 2 range, so I don't really need to get too close. Micaiah, you gotta move all the way back, and I guess you can heal up Eddie. I don't want her close to Ashunera, like at all. Because if she does go for a map attack, I need her to be as far away as possible. Especially if it happens to be physical. I imagine that it would be magical, though, just based on Ashunera being this divine being, right? Same with, like, Tsunaki and Raphael. They need to be really, really far away from these guys. And I can barely even injure them, but I can still throw this meteor for no penalty. Well, I did my very best. We go in first with Jill. And I can still use Soren and Peleus to both heal. Because Peleus gets stats when he promotes. Hey, we gotta use that blood tide. We gotta use this white pool in order to even double. Oh my god, that hurts so much. Did I miss? No. We're fine. I'm gonna shoot. I really hope that she can't kill Raphael somehow. I really hope she can't. I'm gonna operate on the assumption that I should be keeping these guys really far away from Ashunera herself. As far as possible. Jesus, that Aurora, dude. Ashunera staff. Oh, I'm not close enough to really use that. Am I? Is it 1 to 2? What is this? A staff that restores all HP to adjacent units. It also restores their conditions to normal, so I can't really use that. I don't think. 3 uses, though. I like that. That's kind of neat. It says I can use it. Why does it say I can use it, I wonder? Well, I don't want to use it and then accidentally waste. I don't want to accidentally waste it or anything. So I'm going to move here. I'm going to shift. So we can buff up our defenses on Raphael. I'm super worried about him, honestly. And as a happy coincidence, Tsunaki can take another chance here. Hey, if she hits, so much the better. Nope, no such luck. Laron, you're gonna head in. I think Peleus actually, I gave him the Belbirith. I don't know why. I gave him the Belbirith. I was told maybe to bring it to the last map, but I guess this would be why, right? Because Laron can use it. He can heal back Jill. Maybe I shouldn't have used Peleus for that. That is his only physics step after all. But I think we'll be okay. I need to be really careful. If I move with Soren like here. Soren actually has defensive stats, so I'm not as worried about him. Only 18 defense, though, is still pretty sketch, I suppose. I'll move like here. I'm going to take the shot. I have no reason not to. We got him. Hey, and if they die, they don't get that Aurora. Pretty cool. Hit points, magic skill, res. Do you think? Oh, I just want to go at her. I can't even attack her. I can't even begin to target her while these auras are still alive. Obviously, we got to turn these animations back on. I should have had them on. I imagine these guys just have map animations, though. The previous guys all did, so maybe it would be the same here. I'll move to the Wardwood. What's her lower stat? Defense actually is lower, but it basically doesn't matter. Transform for Liar. She's actually kind of good here because she can double these guys. If only she had a little bit more speed, she'd be very useful for being able to double them without having to use the dang, without the white pool. But she can't do it, unfortunately. I would like to have Ike attack, but if I did, I mean, he's really, really close to the danger zone, I think. and he'd be taking 30 damage and then potentially getting blown away by Ashura's attack. Yeah, if it's magic, there's no way I can risk that. I cannot possibly risk a magic attack here. I imagine that unless I'm in a range, she's just gonna go for like some kind of map attack. Lucia, can she double without the white pool? No, I have nobody here that doubles without the white pool besides Naysala. God bless Naysala. God bless you, Naysala. I knew you were the best royal. You would face me in battle. I need no further evidence of your kind's imperfections. This will hardly be a battle at all. Simply an end. Perish, flawed one. Oh, here we go. Oh my god. Look at that. 14. Oh, so we know it's physical because Edward took 0. So that's good in a sense. Really bad in another because Raphael has no physical defense. He might actually just drop. Oh god, Micaiah. I really need that to not kill Micaiah. That would be an instant game over. Yeah, that's physical for sure. Nothing to Kurth. Oh, this remix is part of the intro theme. 0, 18. Okay, we're good. Where's Micaiah though? Where's Micaiah? Okay, good. Good. And more spirits. Now these guys, I need 34 for them, I think, if they're the same as the Rons. So maybe I can do that with some of my other units, like Lucia, Edward, etc. I guess I might have to use that there Ashura staff. Ironically enough. Look at all this healing. All these passives. It's definitely got to be my heavy hitters, though, taking care of these auras. Ike, Jill. Edward can be good here. Oh, yeah, there we go, Edward. That's more like it. That's what I'm talking about. Sit down. Beautiful stuff. Fiona can also be really good here, actually. For some... No, shit, now I'm doing this, I guess. That's what I get for upping their support level. Oh, yeah, that's amazing damage. That's actually amazing damage. No joke. Oh, they do have animations. They do. I guess it counts as her. Wait, I didn't take... Oh, she has Nile! Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. I hadn't considered that. Luck. I hadn't considered that at all. So she's completely invulnerable to the Aurora ability. That's amazing for me. So is Ike then, for that matter. I'd really like to get a good dance, but I just don't know. And if I moved in with the Seer, he actually has 1.5 million resistance, so I can't allow him to be attacked. Honestly. Yes, I would like to move him here. He actually does good damage himself, to be honest. I can smash that one, or he can do a lot to this one. I think we want to get damage on this guy. He has Nile. I didn't even consider that. I didn't even consider that. Oh, and the battle music doesn't even change. Maybe when I attack Ashura herself, but for now, this is it. This is epic. This is so epic. Is that enough? Not quite. So bad. So bad. Astrid can probably kill this guy. Yes, she can. And if he dies, I don't get the penalty. I don't get the Aurora. So here we go. We're making good progress. This is going to be like 4 or 5 of them this turn. Naysala can continue to do his own thing. And unless she respawns them, which I guess she could. Level up. Come on, Astrid. Now is the time for speed. Skill, you are so average. You are so average. What just happened? That was weird. Yeah, I'm gonna move here with the Seer. He is safe to attack, and I will use a Fortify on this turn. And he has Nile. I didn't even realize that. So that's great. He doesn't even take the chip damage. Can somebody who's not really all that take out this Aura, maybe? No, he's on a Wordwood. There's no way. Yeah, there's no way. Fortunately, because I have the physics staff equipped on Micaiah, though. Yeah, that's actually really good for me. That's really good for me. I want to keep her on these cover tiles because she at least has resistance enough to take a potential magic attack, but her defense is so bad. Let's bring back Lucia. And Lucia can work on that fire spirit. There goes one physic, but we have another in the back. No problems here. Lucy in the sky. Not quite enough. Big Cotty. Yeah, let's just use the Big Cotty. Oh, what was that? It's like she cut the screen. Did you see that? Oh my god, destroyed. Lucia's pretty good. Lucia is pretty good. Maybe not necessarily my Ashunera killer, but killing these spirits is very, very useful. Very useful for sure. Now, I think if I jill this guy, yeah, I can jill this guy. I'm gonna play a little risky and try to get a dance. I'm gonna try to get a dance for sure. Is this Ashura stat? The way that it lets me use it anywhere makes me feel like it's somehow mistranslated though, maybe, or something. Like, is it like a Latona? Is it like the Holy Maiden? Because that would be much more useful, I have to say. This guy's on a cover, I think. No, he's not. Yeah, he is on a cover tile. No wonder. Well, if I get a tear, though. If I can get a tear. Oh, I should have used parity. What am I doing? Well, with a tear, though, she has Nile. I couldn't have teared. Yeah, so there was no reason at all to not go for the parity. Noted. Who has my other parity? Who has my other parity? Oh, it's Jill, of course. Hello. So this is sort of risky. But I do believe that I can get Raphael out of there back to a covered tile. And similar to how Micaiah is, he has enough resistance that I think from full, he should be able to take one hit. One hit. And one hit and one hit only, mind you, but one hit nonetheless. Right, I won't get the white pool though. So Nesala is definitely our bird of choice, I think. Yeah, Nesala's our bird of choice right here. Should be a good hit. These guys, oh, but there could have been a healing tile there. I wasn't paying enough attention. Which is on me, of course. Oh, jeez. Is it? Wardwood, cover, Wardwood. I know some of these are healing tiles. I guess only Ashura's is a heal stone, though. So that could be alright. Maybe that was a mistake. I don't know. Well, I can blast this guy. Or I can attempt to. If I can get the hit, that's actually really good, so. Miss. It's definitely worth just doing this. I'm not doing anything else with these guys, and I'm much too afraid to move them close. Truth be told. Now, Nasir, again, he can take a hit. Oh, nice one, Sanaki. But she does get smacked with the Aurora. I think a well-placed Fortify is going to be what it takes. My God, Liar, you are so bad. Well, even no. Ina there would be such a bad move, though. She would get doubled into Oblivion. Nasir gets doubled, but he can at least survive. 34. Yeah, that's 31 times 2, which is a very, very dead Ina. A very dead Ina. I can move her like here, though. I very well could move her there. What about... No, it doesn't matter because if I use parity... Yeah, whatever. We're just going to go with Jill. Right here. That's more damage. Yeah, that's more damage. We're working on her. We definitely are, but I'm afraid what she's going to do here. I'm sure she has some other nastier stuff up her sleeve besides just a basic attack. It's the final boss after all. Jill, you got to get out of there a little bit. Fiona, how do we do? We killed this guy with Fiona. That's only going to leave 3 auras. Good stuff. Well, if I can hit. It's quite evasive. Nice one. Fiona's putting in so much work. My God, this music is so intense. So intense, dude. This might be one of the best final boss maps, honestly. At least like final boss map theme. It's definitely up there. This feels like the end of the world has come. Alright, so let's see if this Ashura staff does what I would really like it to do. Let's see what happens. I still have a fortify and I can rescue. Yes, it is. Mistranslation for the win. I thought that seemed like a little bit underwhelming, and it's been kind of sketchy with the translation so far. Even if that didn't work, I could still easily rescue Raphael and put him somewhere more advantageous, like right here, for example. And I definitely have to do that. Go, Valencia, get him. So we can use Curse to drop him off. Yeah, we'll use Curse to drop him off, and then that also gives me much better defenses. I think we want to move like there. I don't know what to do with Ina, to be perfectly honest. Peleus, I guess he just basically has to throw a Fenrir now. 3%, come on Peleus, I believe in you. What if he hit? Ina's just hanging out. I'm gonna need her on the next turn to reposition to an advantageous position. Here we go. What? Why is it a map animation? Why is it a map animation? She doesn't have her own battle animation? That would be sort of disappointing. I hope that's not the case. I hope that was some kind of special attack. Yeah, why is it when Lucia uses the vague goddess, she cuts the screen in half? Well, that was a bust. Alright, Edward, though. Astra, sit down. The map animation for Astra is way faster. It's really slick. It's like the old one. It's like the old animation. I don't know if I want to dance this turn. I really want to, but I am not man enough to get Raphael back into danger. I feel like he could very easily get put down. Well, maybe I can somehow... Oh, look at that. But... Oh, he's blessed. When did that happen? Yeah, look at that. Nasir's blessed, actually. Awesome. Oh, Ashura gave him the blessing. Yeah, because she blessed all of her warriors. Well. Oh, how the tides have turned, Ashura. I'll bet you're regretting this now. Nasir's actually kind of awesome here. I'm not gonna lie. Does hella damage if he can connect. It is a bit of an if, but still, that was 34 damage right there. That's no joke. We're definitely plowing through these guys. Only 2 more to go. 2 more to go. This white pool is so fantastic. I really like this whole end game, actually. Lots of emphasis on very, very different strategies here. Things that you don't see very often. I guess Lyre can kill this spirit. Because what else is she doing, honestly? Yeah, it was all worth it now. Who needs Kinagus? Never heard of him. I am the queen of cats. They call me Lyre. Hit point, speed, luck. Hey, that's actually decent. If she had 40 speed, though, this would be so much better. I would actually genuinely consider her useful here if she had 40 speed. Do you think if I moved Peleus in, he would get rocked by Judgment? I think that he would. Well, I'm on a cover tile. Let's give him Balbirith. He can't be attacked, really. Except for a map attack, of course, but he does survive. He would survive a Judgment, and then... Oh, that's a heal stone. I have made errors. No, I think he survives even without the cover tile, though. We'll kill this guy, and then we can set up for a dance. And then I can use Valencia to get out of there again, and I'm just going to keep throwing out the dang Ashura step. Oh, no. Fiona. Well, that's... we can recover. Astrid. Astrid. Hell yeah, Astrid. Look at Astrid putting in work against the goddess herself. I am so sorry I doubted you. I'm so sorry I doubted you, Astrid. And another level up with everything but speed. Oh, okay. Well, that works too. She still gets doubled to hell and back by the boss, though, honestly. Now. I want to... I'll use a Fortify, actually. This seems like a good idea. I'll use a Fortify now. I'll dance, and then Olyncia can still get him back out of there. And another level for Olyncia. What a good unit, honestly. Strength, luck, defense. What a good unit. I think Raphael's just maybe a little bit better, though. Here's where I think Racing would actually be good. Because he wouldn't ever have to be babied like this to get him out of range of Ashura. Or I'd have to constantly double check what I'm doing with Raphael, because he will get smited. I'm 100% confident. All it's going to take is one bad map attack and he's going down. That could be a solid skill right there. Maybe. What I actually think I want to do, Ike with +5 does not double Ashura. Because she's about to come into existence. She's about to spring into action. As soon as I kill that last aura, I know it. I know for a fact that she's going to. Shoot, I can even use Balbirith right here. He has Mantle, actually, so shouldn't he negate Aurora, or does that not count? That might not count, actually. But if I stand him next to... No. Larod. Stand next to Nasir. And with Balbirith... Oh, look at this monster! Let's see what this looks like. Thank you to whoever suggested doing this, because this is not only really cool to finally see as we summon forth the demons of the 8th circle of hell. It's not only really cool to see. Wow, that's actually super psychedelic. I'm tripping balls, man. But also is very useful from a gameplay standpoint as well, because this is great damage. Well, god damn it, LeBron. God damn it, Sephiran. I'm trying to hype you up. I did my very best to make him seem good, but alas, it was not meant to be. Wardwood. Let's go with a cover tile, I think. Yeah, let's go with a cover tile for sure. You stand there. Now we're gonna forego parody. This is oh, it's a cover tile, so that's actually no good. Yeah, it's no good. Fortunately, LeBron, though, has no chance of being doubled. Not a chance in hell. 40 speed by default, my word. I think it is good that they gave you an out, though, because it sticks out with me about the Black Knight fight is that there's really just no out if you get screwed. Now, well, there is one little trick to this fight that I am aware of. There's one little trick to this whole thing that I'm definitely aware of, and I'll explain that in a second. But these auras, huh? So from what I understand, though... Oh, she's vulnerable now, I think. The aura's gone. Excellent. Now we can finish this. Cool. Now, can I do damage with anybody? I can do damage with anybody. I still have Soren with a physic and Micaiah with a physic. Hold on. I really want to think this through carefully now. This is it. This is it right here. Does she have an animation now? No, she does. Good. Oh, look at this woman. She's awfully small for a goddess of destruction, don't you think? Don't you judge me. Oh no, I shall judge all evenly. She doesn't even give experience. What's the point, I guess? Stand on the Wardwood Jill. Get him out of there. What I was starting to say, though, is from what I understand, you can actually only kill the final boss with a hit from Ike. I think. I don't know what would happen if you didn't. I don't know what would happen if you didn't, but I'm just going to assume that that is actually true. Now, if she goes after Sephiran, that'd be pretty good for me. Sephiran actually doubles Ashunera, now that I think about it. Even with the Belbirith. Oh, what is this? Another attack. Oh, that hurts a lot. Oh my god, that one's magic. That one's definitely magic. Oh, Jesus Christ. Fiona has good res, but where is... Oh, Jesus. Thank God it only hits once. I can say that. Raphael, though, I put him on a cover tile, not a ward tile. He only has 15 res. Oh, that was really close. That was super close. From here, though, one good fortify should allow us to attack, I think. Ha! So it's like, what? I'm sorry, was that an attack? You call that an attack? You little bitch? Soren's not having your crap anymore. Soren is a big man. All these after turn effects going off, though. Yeah. Why was that? Oh, right, that was probably a healing stone, I guess. Yeah, I think some of my guys are on healing stones. I think we can get her right here. Oh, right, she restored all of her HPs. She restored all of her HP. Because of Mantle. Man, I can double her, but I can't do jack. She doesn't counter, though. She doesn't counter. I'm surprised that LaRon didn't have a special conversation or something. Now, if we play our cards just right... This spell is freaking wicked. LaRon! Am I doing something wrong? Can only Ike hit her to begin with? Come on, Sephiran. Mantle, what? Oh, it's not blessed. It's not blessed. What am I doing? Well, that was a huge waste. That was a huge waste. Whoops, that one's on me, folks. So. She is on nothing special. Oh my god, Nesala, chill. Nesala, chill. Oh my god, you didn't have to do her like this. I think we've got her. I genuinely think we're about to get ourselves a nice W. See, Nesala's good though. He can actually double the final boss. I can't imagine that Tibarn could do this. Maybe he could if he got lucky with speed, I suppose. Nesala, you right there. Would that I could, I would give this to Astrid. I swear to you this, I would let Astrid do this. She doesn't get doubled. Why? 30, 40. Oh, it weighs her down. Hello, hello. I should pay attention to that. It's 32 speed is what she really has. Yeah, would that I could, I would definitely give this to Astrid, but I cannot. It's good damage, though. She has no crit, no ways to kill me. Come on, baby. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. How much does Ike do? 20 at only 60% accuracy. You stand there. You stand here. That's a little better. Valencia. We'll throw up a fortify. Get everybody back nice and healthy. Everybody can take a hit now. Fiona. Oh, man, if I could do that, I swear to you I would. I promise you I would. But from here, Fiona can get the last important hit. I think this could be it right here. Good one, Fiona. But not before she's going to pass her judgment. Oh, my God. Come on, come on. Ike, don't you mess this up. Don't you mess this up. We're going to go with him first before we use Raphael. This gives me 2 chances. Come on. Oh, we got it. We got it. There's no way.
take all the power.
Oh, is he gonna do a shield toss kind of thing? Oh, this is sick.
I'll use it well.
We're powering up. Oh, now you are so screwed, Ashura. Look at this man. Super Saiyan Blue Ike is here. He is on the scene. Oh my, look at this, it's so cool.